I believe what you believe, that party has to be party. Party cannot be legislative party. Uh, Political party and legislative party are two separate wings. The legislative party cannot decide on alliances. That will have to be decided by the political party. So that way, political party is a much larger party. But I don't have to convince you and you don't have to convince me. We have failed to convince the High Court. So then we have to convince the Supreme Court. So until that is decided, and I think nothing will happen.
Give chance to go to Radha. Yes.
So what happens from Pradeep? You were not here when I was speaking. You see, precisely for this reason, I have suggested that in the Representation of People's Act, there must be section 29AA. Because 29A deals with registration of parties. You are a party because the Election Commission has registered you. Now once you register a party, whether your party survives or the splits must also be decided by law by the party, by the Election Commission. So therefore this section must be introduced there. So that if I want to break my party, I write to my party, please hold a party meeting. A party giving 30 days. And within those 30 days, party president calls a meeting, Girish calls a meeting. And then the party essentially is what is recognized by the Election Commission, not the legislative group. You see, under the Representative People's Act, which is the party? The party that is recognized by the Election Commission, and you have elected your members and sent them the party managing committee. That is the party. This is for this reason I have suggested that the authority that recognizes, creates the party must be the authority which will hold, means the party will convene the meeting, the Election Commission will be present, there everything will take place, and members, whether they are split or not, would be decided there by a process spread over about 30 days, not overnight. So then why file Raj Congress BJP data, that cannot be permitted, man. That is why I have suggested a process. Election Commission, the rules in the Representative People's Act. And then you follow that, no one will run away. And I have suggested other things also. Of course, Cleophas said he disagrees with me, but somehow did not say why, so I couldn't reply to it.
See, the problem is parties like BJP has 10 crore members. So to have a decision over split over 10 crores.
No, not that. Over the executive committee. The executive committee. What you have is the Congress managing committee, the UJP managing, the BJP managing. That, why you go to the members man?
See, that part is still being decided in Shiv Sena, in the matter of Shiv Sena.
Law
as to who is the party.
Therefore you define, in the act you define, this is the party, whether split or not will be determined there in the presence of the Election Commission. No question of speaker or someone else. If you have recognized me as a political party, split I have to decide.
Yeah. So what issue actually Pradeep has raised, and what issue we are actually deliberating, and what led to all these confusions for last 40 years after this 10th schedule was brought in. I'll just read that section 4.2. For the purpose, actually this interpretation is an issue. So the English teachers, if there are any, can actually put more light than the lawyer in this. For the purpose of subparagraph 1 of this paragraph, the merger of the original political party of a member of House shall be deemed to have. Now, the entire confusion and this interpretation issue is because of this word deemed to have. Now, how shall be deemed to have taken place if and only if, again I am stressing this, if and only if not less than 2/3 of the members of the legislative party concerned have agreed to such merger. So I am again stressing the word agreed to such merger. Now what the High Court and most of the speakers feel that deemed to have means if 2/3 MLAs come together, they assume that it is a political party's decision, and that the legislative wing they become deemed to be the political party, and all the orders of High Courts and the Speaker is based on these. When it is so clear if any English teacher is here, when I say taken place if and only if not less than 2/3 of the members of the legislative party concerned have agreed to such merger. That means the merger have been already decided at some other place, means original political party, and 2/3 MLAs have to only agree, only and only if they agree to such merger. The word is such merger is very clear, but such merger is, this word of such merger is been totally overlooked by the High Court and the Supreme Court.
They call it the dimming fiction of law.
Yeah.
Dimming fiction.
No, just one moment. So what happens is, as I have said, if you are split, both parties should survive as parties, separate parties. There is no question of merger. Why is it talking of merger? If I was elected on Congress ticket, why should I want to merge with BJP, man? I split from my party.
Our split is no longer available now. Split is gone.
No, that is why I am saying this law 10 schedule should be knocked off and bring in a provision which will permit a split but not a merger. If I split from the Congress, I and my friend form a separate party. Why should I want to merge with BJP, which has been defeated or which has a different ideology? Don't allow merger. Allow a split and remain split, and don't become minister. No member of the split group will be made a minister. Then we'll see what happens.
But the law has to be changed, and the major changes have been brought into the anti-defection law. Radha is right in saying that the speaker cannot decide. Parliament made the first mistake of making the speaker to decide. That was the first mistake. Girish has told us that speakers have been sitting over the petitions for months altogether or years, and after the speakers decide, the Supreme Court has also been sitting over these issues for years. The Supreme Court and the High Courts have also not acted with the alacrity the situation warrants. In February 1991, Ravi Naik, Choprekar and Bandekar were disqualified. After more than 3 years, Ravi Naik was let off, but Choprekar and Bandekar were disqualified. Now, if you look at this, it took more than 3 years. The speaker decided within few days. It was Sirsat at that time. It was Khalap's petition. Within 1 or 2 days, they were disqualified because it was helping Khalap. Sirsat was with him, so he acted. But finally, from the High Court to Supreme Court, it took more than 3 years. So I would say first, the speaker cannot be given this power of decision making. It has to remain with the High Court or some judge designated by the High Court, and the only appeal to both the speaker with the High Court to decide within a period of say 15 or 20 days or 1 month, and the Supreme Court also to decide within a period of 1 month. So both the High Court and the Supreme Court must be bound by time in deciding these matters. The second problem that we are facing here in Goa is this question which Girish has been facing. That is, what is the party? Now that actually needs a further definition, again an amendment to say what is the party again. And like the current definition is the members constituting the legislature is the party. Like here in Goa, the legislature party has become the party. Now I can't understand how this can happen, because a national party cannot split at a local level. A national party will have to split at a national level, or it splits at a national level and that is recognized in a legislature, in a state legislature, or it has to split in a parliament. Now a national party splitting at a local level is somehow I am finding difficult to digest. One, but our High Court has so held. Now the problem which Girish may have is our High Court has held so, and that view to a large extent has been accepted in the Shiv Sena case, the legislature party being the party. So that way I find it is quite a problem for the issue of party which Girish has been raising. Though in the Shiv Sena case, it was not a matter of merger. They resigned and they said we are the party. And the speaker accepted that the real party is the splitter group. Though the Supreme Court accepted that the speaker was wrong, the speaker accepted that the governor should not have invited Shinde. Sorry, the Supreme Court accepted the governor should not have invited Shinde. Still it went back to the speaker again, and the second time the speaker has decided Shinde group to be the real Shiv Sena group. And meantime, the election commission has accepted Shinde group to be the real Shiv Sena. Now, this matter may be decided along with our matter. I do not know, are they together?
No, they are separate.
Yeah, but now that case also will have a bearing on our case, because the issue as to what the party is, what is the legislature party, is still waiting for its final scrutiny. Now, if we look at the way I look at it, and I said earlier that the Supreme Court also has not acted with alacrity. But Supreme Court has given some of the finest judgments up to say 95. Like Ravi Naik's was a good case. Chopdekar, Bandekar was a good case. Luis Proto Barbosa was a good case. Now, if we look at the courts upholding orders of the speaker, we can only say that Chopdekar, Bandekar and Barbosa are the only defectors in our state. There are no defectors in our state because all of them are held not to be defectors because they come within the exception of merger. Now, I would also say that this merger also should not be there. That along with the speaker should not be the adjudicating authority. The speaker must decide within say a time frame of 15 days, 1 month. The Supreme Court must decide within a period of 1 month or 2 months thereafter. In appeal goes to him, and the question of merger should go. And the third thing also we have to take into account is this whole question of resigning. See, Digambar Kamath resigned once, Vishwajit resigned, Subhash Shirodkar resigned. Yes. Now, if you resign also, and they resign and contest. Now, according to me, if you resign on some ground or other, they should be debarred from contesting at least for that term. If not for next term, at least for that term. One. Now, second issue that has to be seen is, say, 20 people resigning. It happened in case of Karnataka once. It happened with Mayawati. Now it happens in Goa, 10 people, 8 people. Now 8 people and 10 people have merged. But say 8 or 10 had resigned. Now when 8 or 10 resigns, it's a clear case of disqualification. The adjudicating authority must also be in a position to decide on this veil created of resignation. When people resign and say we have resigned, according to me, it's a veil of defection. They are creating a veil of resignation in a matter of defection. So the thing is that if you contest, you win, you must be debarred also from resigning. If you want to resign, you resign. But if you want to resign, you should be debarred from contesting all over again.
Right.
One last thing I wanted to say. See, somehow for a long period, we are unable to deal with these people shifting sides. I must tell you one incident, and only Radha may know this. Somewhere in 1979, one UGP MLA, there was rumor that he is going to resign. Rumor, he has not resigned.
The lawyer.
Yes, his house came under siege that night. About 5,000 to 10,000 people laid a siege to his house. He did not resign. He did not resign. He did not shift. He was not given ticket. He just went out of public life.
Luigi Valero was the lucky man.
Yes. Thank you.
Who is that? Why don't you tell me?
Leo
Question each for each panelist. Starting from Radha sir, a question tumka. Has political defection reshaped the political landscape and voter behavior in Margao, specific to Margao?
So, see what has happened in Margao. I think the only defection has been of Digambar, defection, re-defection, and again moving between two parties. And of course, you and Cleopat were his supporters. Now, has happened in Margao, see what is, I don't think I can isolate Margao. What has happened in the last 15-20 years is, as Cleopat pointed out, in 1979, when there was an attempt to defect or to split.
It was just a rumor.
Yes, people reacted and exercised the right to stand up and tell the MLA what it is. Now that's not what's happening, because today the tendency is the MLA says, I am moving to the other side for development. And everybody buys that argument for development. Everybody forgets the mandate. And then most people tend to be going to the minister only, you've done a nice thing, please get a job to my son, please do this and please do that. You see, the voter himself has become very obtuse. They don't care where the elected representative goes, so long as the work is done. With this attitude, MLAs also feel free to defect. And I don't think it's Margao. Everywhere it is the same. Every time people defect, no, there's no reaction meant from anyone. Unfortunately.
So, लोक चुकतात, that is the reason मडगावच्या आमदारान लोकांक granted घेतल्या.
ना लोक चुकना. लोक कित करतात, people blow with the wind. MLA लोक हा म्हणजे लोक MLA होवर असता की बाबा लोक आणि काय रिएक्शन करता ना हांव गेल जाल्यार. You see, I don't move there if I know that इंडियाले मात शॉक येतले म्हणून इलेक्ट्रिकल लायट वायर आसले. I know बसून असता गेल्या शॉक येतलो. MLAs know that उचानू गेलो काय there will be no reaction, because people also want their MLAs to deliver the goods. At the term used.
सारखे सर, so लोकांचे काही रिएक्शन ना म्हणून आमदार लोकांक ग्रांटेड देतात.
No.
So समज राईट टाइमार दिगंबर कामतीक मडगावच्या लोकांनी समज धडो शिकयल्लो जाल्यार ही स्टेज येवचीच नासली.
It's not only Digambar, others will also learn a lesson.
हय.
So unfortunately, things are taken for granted. Everybody follow.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Sir, Dr. Cleopas, sorry.
Just continue what is. See, although the speaker is actually a court for this High Court and the Supreme Court, all the three courts आमकां justice दिला to the voters. I mean, I'll not say to me, but to the voters. But the highest court in the democracy, that is the people. Although people are not reacted, as you gave an example that Radhabab also is saying, but people have, I salute the people of Goa. See, last defection 10 MLAs, we were determined not to give a ticket to anybody, so it was a decision taken. But somehow, all of them contested. Out of 10, people have defeated 7 of them. Only 3 got re-elected. So it's a way the people have expressed the anger. Now, secondly, recently the Goa Forward has taken the e-store. in Concord, there was an outburst. People started reacting in social media today platform is, and in that same time, Aam Aadmi Party wanted to take that Conclave, defected MLA. Lafas. With this noise, they also stopped his induction, and in case of Isdor, Vijay Sardesai was forced to react to say that he will not get a ticket. So in a way, in 78, 79, it was in a different way, but now people are reacting in a different way. Maybe they will be, and the Margao is now the case which stands before the people of Margao, and I'm confident that what people have taught the lesson to the 10 defectors, they will also teach the lesson to these defectors led by Digambar Kamath in Margao. So it is a responsibility now of people of Margao also. Although whichever political party may give them ticket, they will definitely defeat them as they have done in 2022. Thank you.
Thank you, Bob Girish. Jofar, तुमका एक question हा म्हणजे कळलं. Are defections in Goa more about तुमका किती दिसता? It is more about ideological shift काय personal basisachir political gaina खातीर shift?
See, I don't think this question needs any answer because everybody is shifting for money and power, and they are telling you that they are shifting for development. But the problem with Goa is that it is easy to shift because we are a small, we are very small constituencies, and in a triangular contest, 8,000 is the winning number. So if you have 2,000 with you and the party can give you 4,000 and you can purchase 2,000, you are through in a triangular contest. In a direct contest, it may go to 12,000. In a one-on-one contest, it may go to 12,000. But still, I find it is difficult for us in Goa because of these small numbers. And in these small numbers, we have allowed satraps to grow. Means like say you take Babush, he said 7 lost, but 2 of them won. It is a constituency where they were on a Congress ticket, they won. Vishwajit won. So basically you will find that these are satraps who
Been on any ticket.
yes, and of course Babu Kavadekar lost. He lost. Yeah, it's a good example. But then the problem is our smallness also.
Okay, thank you, sir. Dattабаб, तुमका एक question. As a businessman, जेन्ना एक आमदार डिफेक्शन करता, तेन्ना मनस्थिती डिरेल जाता, मनांतल्यान दुखता, हाचेर एक 2 मिनटां उलोवचें.
म्हणजे मातशें दुसरे तरेन सांगता. जेन्ना दिगंबर कामतीन बीजेपीत वचपाचें ठरयलें, तेव्हा तांणी हांव ताचे कलीग म्हण कितें सामकें लागींचें. ही इन्फॉर्म्ड अस, ही डिडंट कन्सल्ट. ताणें बेश्टें सुद्दां ताणें डिसिजन ऑलरेडी घेतिल्लें. योगात आपूण वचूं रे, दत्ता हें सुद्दां म्हणलें ताणें. योगा डू यू नो ही स्टेटमेंट? ही स्टेटमेंट योगातान विचारलें ताका कितें आवडटा. वर्सां वयर दादा आउट ऑफ पावर रावप टिपिकल. दिस इज स्टेट. म्हाका मरे म्हजें नॉट शेअर तुवें म्हणलें तशें हे एंटी डिफेक्शनाक 2च उपाय. एक, प्रत्येक फुडल्या हातूंत तांकां पराभव करप. आतां आमचे मुखार चॅलेंज आसा दिगंबर कामतीक पराभव करप आनी ह्या पापाचें तें फळ तेजे हातूंत करप. आनी क्लियोफा तुमी सगळ्यांनी फुडाकार घेवन राधा जिल्मन बाब आसा बेस्ट ऑफ लिगल मॉडेल एंटी डिफेक्शन हें करप मातशें प्रोएक्टीव जाय. ही म्हजी 2 सजेशन.
Thank you, Dattабаб. Before I go to Bob Girish, Rachit, तुका एक question विचारता. जेन्ना एक डिफेक्शन जाता, एज अ यूथ, एक इमोशनल लेवलाचेर आनी एक पॉलिटिकल एक जो तुजो माइंडसेट आसा एज अ यूथ, कित्याक कितें जाता हांवूय त्या हातूंतल्यान गेला. आमच्या वोटिंगाक म्हणल्यार कांय अर्थ ना असो दिसता. ह्या वयाचेर आमकां दिसता आमी इतले तेंप वोट केले आनी हाणें कांयच आमकां विचारनासतना ऑर कोणें डिफेक्शन केलें, खूब वायट दिसता. सो एज अ यूथ तुजें कितें म्हणणें?
ना चिराग कशें आसा न्हू, आतां सगळ्यांचो दिस इज अ डॉमिनंट व्यू दॅट पॉलिटिक्स इज से इन अ वे अनएथिकल, इज डर्टी अशें सगळे म्हणटा. बट हेतून एथिक्स आसाय बी आनी नाय बी. आय कॅन फुल्ली से की एथिक्स आहा हेतून आनी हेचे एथिक्स ना. बट at the end of the day, politicians are not those ones who have, I'm saying that there's a majority still not there, even I'll speak respective to Goa, that who have not thrown their ethics out of the window. आणि जशें तुवें म्हणलें युथाक कशें इफेक्ट जाता, आतां हालीं हांवें एक म्हयनोभर, एक म्हयनो न्ही एक्चुअली ऑलमोस्ट 2 months हांवें जे इलेक्शन कॉन्टेस्ट केले यूथ काँग्रेसीचे, रिजल्ट विल कम नेक्स्ट मंथ.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on our social media platforms for the latest updates and content.